Wallace? The Wallace?
Come on! I haven't got time to waste! Move the cab! There's a pound in it for you!
What? I'm not going anywhere for a pound. Afraid you'll have to look elsewhere.
Once I've sold this document at the port, I can pay you 5 times that!
5 times, you say? Well, best of luck getting there on foot.
Have a pity, mate! I need to be out of town by tonight! If I'm not... Hello there. Give it up, milkman.
So the milkman stole it. Poor Alicia, she fancied you, Wallace.
Oh!
In a single, near instantaneous motion, the young man collapsed to the ground. The pages of the document he previously had in his hand were now scattered about. What just happened? He's gone. When the cab driver returned, there was nothing to be seen but the black of night. Jack, what did you do to him? I searched blindly for the list till late into the night. I can't find it anywhere. Where is it? My desk again, my bookcases, and in between the pages of the books they cased, the cabinets, it was nowhere to be found. Jack returned as I was on the floor to inspect for foreign contents beneath my bed. I could see how uneven his breathing now was. He looked utterly drained. How? Jack! Just where have you been till this late?
Oh, I was looking into something that wasn't worth the trouble. Have you still not found your list?
No, I can't find it no matter where I look. I'm worried someone may have stolen it.
It's too early to assume that. Perhaps look beyond that chest of drawers.
Well, true. I haven't looked there. By his encouragement, I peered behind the mahogany chest of drawers. When I did... My! There it is! Man, you're getting as sneaky as Pendleton, Jack. I couldn't believe it. I missed it in such a simple place. How on earth did it fall back there? I'm so careful to keep it in my desk drawer.
You may have placed it atop the chest, and it fell back behind it on its own.
Jack gave a gentle sigh that extended his hand to pick the document up. I only saw it for a moment. A new wound on his right wrist. She's observant with his wounds.
See? This is it, isn't it?
I leafed through the papers, which were woefully in the wrong order to how I always had them arranged. Someone broke into this room when I wasn't here. Someone who was looking into the family's affairs. But you returned my list to me. Aww, look how proud they are of each other, these two. They're so beautiful together. The darkness and the light. Thank you, Jack. How funny that it was here after all that panic. Who would have known?
Just keep him close in the future.
Jack chided me, but gently, as was in his manner. He appeared normal again. Yet, I was hurt by this. I knew that he would never allow me to press him on what happened. And such a secret, yes, to keep something from me did hurt in some insignificant way.
May I come in, my lady?
Oh, just a moment, please. I became flustered. Perhaps Jack was not the only one between us who grew clumsy at the sight of their beloved, who was always made drunk and stupid when alone with them, but drunk and stupid in the most delightful way one could be either of those things. I looked in the mirror to fix my disheveled hair in a rush.
I'm all right. If you're worried, I mean.
Come in, then. The door opened and Pendleton was next to enter.
I wasn't aware Jack was with you.
He is. Do you take issue with that?
I suppose I don't. That aside, I am overjoyed that today's meeting went well. It makes me proud to see how he is already so fond of you. The only thing left to do is give the eager man a response. What do you intend to do?
I intend to... I fell silent. Must he ask me such a thing in front of Jack? I thought you had already resolved, girl. But there was a feeling of some kind I could not shake then. An instinct that said he only asked when we were both present because he knew my answer. I intend to politely refuse his offer of marriage.
For what reason? Whether it is on paper or in person, he would be a perfect husband. He's taken an interest in your work. He is an intelligent, model gentleman, a man willing to give up his name for yours, and you would turn him down. What is it that you find lacking? You may never again find a man such as he.
She's 17. There's a lot of guys out there, Pendleton. All correct points, Pendleton. I do not disagree that he is a fine man.
Then you leave me more confused. Is there something about him you dislike?
Well, if you fancy him so much, then you have my blessing to marry him. Got him!
That is not what I'm trying to say.
There isn't a thing wrong with him. It's less to do with him and more to do with me, as it happens. You see, I've chosen to never marry. Should any more prospective marriage partners appear, I wish you to turn them down on my behalf.
So you have settled on remaining unwed till your death?
Well, whichever one of us dies first, I guess, Pendleton. I have. By all means, take it so directly.
That is not a way of life I would recommend, my lady.
Jack reserved an utterly serious expression as he turned to me.
You said on that. If you choose not to marry, then the family line will end with you.
I can always adopt a child if I need someone to inherit my name. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you don't have to get married. You could just adopt a kid and they'll become the new heir. I intend to create a school here, and my thoughts and feelings will live through the children who attend. My bloodline, in a sense, will never truly end. Don't you think so, Jack?
I do. Very well. If you're so determined, then I don't believe anything I say will bid you a change of heart. I will drop the subject. Jack, unless a suitable partner appears for Lady Whiteley, we will be responsible for managing the family's finances. I know. I'll do all I can. Now, if you'll excuse me, you'd best retire for the night as well, Jack. Yes, certainly. Then I shall excuse myself as soon as I have tidied up this tea tray. Good heavens. You two are hopeless.
Pendleton shrugged his shoulders. His battle was lost, as he knew it would be, and so he once more politely excused himself from the room.
You're really certain you're all right with this?
I've never been more certain of anything. Why, every time I look at this engagement ring you've given me, I become more and more certain I've done the right thing.
Engagement ring?
Was that not how you intended it? Jack's face had become a deeper shade of red than I'd ever seen it. Then, after a pause, he gave a resigned sigh.
Women are a bloomin' tough lot. I don't know how you can speak like this ain't a choice that'll affect your life.
I know the weight of my choice. Do you think less of me for it?
No. I treasure you all the more, really.
Well, come on. Let me see your wrist. I should like to tend to that wound.
You noticed, did you? Damn it. You're too clever for me.
By the time he resumed his work and cleaned the tray to be taken away, the sky was rising from its night-long slumber. That's a long time.
Come on, get up. My lady, please, wake up. My lady, please, wake up. If you're not up in 5 seconds, I shall have to eat you.
Don't! Don't eat me! Please! I jumped up in a hurry.
Good morning, my lady.
Oh, I see. Yes, good morning. Jack, when did I fall, asleep? And what was that you said?
I fear you'll have to begin dressing for school very presently, my lady.
I believe you promised to eat me, sir.
Any longer and you'll be late, so I should ask you to hurry.
I cannot help but feel that, try as he did otherwise, he spoke in a terrible rush. He appeared calm on the surface, only his cheeks were colored by a light pink blush. Heh. Oh, Alicia, I'm sorry about Wallace. Good morning, my lady. To you as well, Alicia. Is something wrong? You look a bit down. It's odd. It wasn't the usual milkman who visited today. Really? That is odd. It's the first time someone else has come. I've not heard anything about why he didn't come today either. We were meant to meet this weekend, so I've become quite anxious for him. I'm certain there must be a good reason. Very unexpectedly was Jack, who made to engage in the discussion from behind me.
Alicia, I'm told Wallace has gone abroad to where a friend is waiting. That friend, you see, is in a good situation with his business. So good, in fact, that he asked Wallace to help run it. It seems things are on the up and up with him.
Well, is that so? This is all news to me. And so very sudden.
It's not as though I heard it from Wallace, but would you please keep this quiet? If Pendleton was to find out, I think it'd cause a bit of a problem.
Thank you for letting me know. Oh, but look at the time! You two ought to be going to school now. Have a safe trip. Thank you. We'll see you in the afternoon. Wallace be dead. Our ride to school was not one of silence as before. We could speak, and finally I was able to request an answer to the question I desired most to ask. I'd like to ask you about Wallace. Did you?
What do you mean?
Tell me the truth. I haven't forgotten the wound on your wrist. You have a clear tell also. Your ears twitch when you lie to me.
There ain't a thing I can keep from you, is there?
Then you really did?
Yes. I sent him away yesterday. He's been nosing about the mansion a fair amount. I've seen evidence that he's been rewarded for what he's gathered round it.
Was he behind my list?
Yes. No doubt someone had need of a traitor to freely come and go from the mansion. Gain our trust, go about some dirty work and such. I handed him to Scotland Yard. I don't believe he shall ever come round again.
Then why say such things to Alicia? What if she waits for him to come back for the rest of her life?
There are some realities that take time to accept. Besides, just 'cause someone you love is gone now, it don't mean you won't get to see him again. Even then, you just gotta believe in it, even if you know it's not true. I know.
Stop that. I wasn't lying to you yesterday, Jack. I truly never intend to marry.
I suppose you're right. You're a terrible liar.
Jack smiled. It was a sweet smile, slighted by the loneliness that came from being convinced of something that brought about nothing positive. He knew the future of Alicia and Wallace, and in a sad sort of way, though I proclaimed him my one and only, found kinship in how hopeless yet hopeful love could be.
Hello there! Morning!
Have you two read the morning paper? There was a check stolen from Mr. Howard's mansion.
What? Really?
It isn't the first time that it's happened, they say. They've only just begun to notice it of late. I am aware that you met with him yesterday, Miss Whiteley. As such, you're likely to come under suspicion. What? Holmes, don't be daft.
If it's happened before, why would I be suspicious because I've only just happened to see him recently when the latest check has been stolen? Excuse me.
Inspector Lestrade only brought the case to my attention this morning. I, of course, know that you are innocent and have no intention of questioning you. You have an idea who's responsible, then? Perhaps. It's likely a traitor who frequents his mansion. I agree. It's likely one who's been coming and going for some time, too. Or... I would hear your thoughts later, Jack. I am greatly interested in your input. Would you care to accompany us to the scene after school as well? Well, I shall need to ask Emily first. She is my master.
By all means, go and help them. I wonder if I might even join you.
No. I would prefer you not go anywhere near that mansion.
Oh? Are you quite jealous?
Not at all. I was trying to be considerate of his feelings. I'll come along, but only after I've seen Emily home. Can you wait? Certainly. It will be good to have you.
I love that Holmes is working with an old murderer that's reformed himself in society. That's helping out the police. It's really, you love to see it.
Incidentally, may I ask if you feel Mr. Howard would be a suitable husband after meeting him?
Ah, yes. I'm sure that's more the question on everyone's minds than the theft in the paper. So, is he your man? Out with it.
Oh, you boys playing coy like you ain't interested to know if I'm still single. The audacity of it all. Don't speak as though I'm a suspect under interrogation. And he is a lovely man, but to be as blunt as you, he is not my man. I have turned him down. I feel it is still far too early for me to consider marriage. Uh-oh. Someone's observant.
I see. That's a shame. May I ask then why you're wearing that ring?
That's a secret. I will only say that it has nothing to do with Mr. Howard.
Ugh. Well, whatever the truth is, knowing you are involved means it is far from a simple affair. The emblem on your ring does strike me as familiar, though. Is it something bad, Holmes? Nothing of the sort. Ignore me.
Well, that was ominous. Don't go saying random throwaway lines like that and then being like, nah. But now I gotta keep this in mind for the true ending now. What if it plays into that?
If you say so. Now that I know what she said, congratulations, Jack! Why? I didn't do nothing.
You're quiet, but you must have been terrified when you heard about the meeting.
Don't know where you got that idea. I'm not...
I peeked back towards him. He stopped talking the very second I looked at him. A pause. A short, soft sigh.
I ain't worried, and I never have been. Phew. I don't know if there will ever be another couple with more twists and turns.
You can say that again, Watson, after doing all the routes in this game, nearly. That's a pretty accurate statement. Mr. Mackenzie should be here soon. We'd best settle down for class now. As though it wished to rouse us into action, the sound of the school bell rang out.
Welcome home, my lady.
Thank you, Pendleton. Oh, just from where did all these books appear? I would be pleased if you used them in your school, Miss Whiteley. Why, hello, Mrs. McLeod. I hope I caused no offense by turning down the offer. None at all. It is your life to live. Now, do you think these books will be suitable? Rather. Look at the illustrations. They're beautiful.
Has something caught your eye?
It's the Howard crest on the back. Are these from Mr. Howard? He told me not to say anything, but that didn't take long, did it? They are indeed a gift from him. Will you accept them? But I rejected his offer. This is... I held the book close to my chest as though it were precious. How I wanted to cry right then. You'll have to excuse me for now, Miss Whiteley. I only came to drop these off.
Of course. Thank you so very much.
Should you ever have any worries you feel you can't tell anyone, come to me and I will lend you an ear. It can be related to the school or something else in your life. I will always be there for you. Upon a kind smile, she left the mansion.
Mr. Howard is an ideal man. You have let someone like no other go, my lady. Ordinarily, to marry one so ideal would be what is best for the family.
Yes, I understand what I did.
I say ordinarily because you're still young. It isn't a crime to engage in romance before marriage, nor is it wrong to fall in forbidden love. I may have experienced something similar once in my youth.
Oh, Pendleton, you tease. You were in forbidden love, Pendleton? Why? You let that slip on purpose, though. Pendleton.
I was talking nonsense. Please, forget I said anything.
Now? But now
Mrs. McLeod was widowed half a year after marrying. She had no children, and she has spent 50 years refusing all other offers of marriage, choosing to support her family name entirely on her own.
Wow.
She will be an excellent advisor for you should you need one. That's all I'll say.
Thank you, but I haven't forgotten what you said. Will you tell me the truth one day?
If you can overcome the suffering and joys you have set for your future and become a fine woman, then perhaps. It is a shame that I am so strongly compelled to use if, for I hesitate to consider if you'll ever become so fine a woman.
You're so rude.
Did something happen?
Oh, Jack! Nothing happened. Soon again we were greeted by new guests as another carriage had approached. It was, to my delight, Holmes and Watson who emerged from the door.
Hello again, Jack. We've gone to pick you up. We'll be going to the mansion immediately. Are you ready? All right. Coming. If you will pardon me now, my lady, I won't be long.
All right. Do take care, Jack.
I beg that you avoid being alone under any circumstances. Until I return, then.
I'll be waiting for you till you're back. With the three now boarded, I stood and watched till the carriage grew small in the distance. Not until it disappeared did I tear my eyes away.
He has done an admirable job adjusting to his new life.
I think so as well. I only worry about how quick Holmes and Watson are. They've always been able to sense a crime brewing. Holmes in particular is likely to notice the wound on Jack's wrist if he hasn't already.
I didn't know till just now that you were aware of it.
It frightens me. I don't like that Jack has to dirty his hands out of my sight. I still love him dearly, but I need to gain more influence for his sake. The carriage is gone. I can't see it at all now. At least I still have this ring you gave me. For me, Jack, it's a symbol of the promise we made to one another. I will never take it off for as long as I live. I don't care if our love has to remain in the shadows. It is my everything, and it will forever be a blessing to us both. Aww. May their future be one of bliss in the shadow realm. Yay! Oh my goodness, my heart. My heart. Still, I mean, that was really good. That was really, really good. Oh, it is so... I don't know. Pendleton will die one day. And then Emily can do what she wants. I mean, technically she can do what she wants now. He would respect her, but I'm just like, eh. I want to believe in this dream. I want to believe light can enter the shadows and break them apart and these two can get together and be lovely. Ah, forbidden love, though. Who doesn't love a little bit of forbidden love in their life? It's all very exciting, really. Well, that was Jack's epilogue, and it was awesome. I love that we got to see how different his life is now. Like, he's changed so much, and you love to see it. So that was really, really great. I'm gonna have to marinate, though, on his route. I just don't know where to put it. This might be something I have to think about very seriously right up until I do my final thoughts video, because this game is so dang good, guys. Like, these stories are so well written for each of these boys, and it's so difficult to number them. He's up there. Just, man. Oof. Why can't we just love them all? Anyway. Alright. Thank you guys very much for joining me for the epilogue. Now that we are done that, as you may know, Jack has quite a few bad endings, so we'll be going through those and see how horribly things could have ended for us on his route. So, if you're interested in seeing that, hopefully I'll see you over there for that, guys. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, I will see you later.